Hello, Reformed Mythologist Nate Morgan Locke here to do a reaction video to the Barbie trailer. Let's dive in. Oh, what a shot. Now, worth saying at this point that there's a famous verse in the Bible that says, "How beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news." And this shot is worth the entrance fee alone, although you can see it on the trailer. You don't even have to buy a ticket to the cinemas. But this shot is amazing. Lots of people have talked about it already. And also those feet. Oh, they are beautiful, aren't they? Well, there we go. Opening shot telling us so much already. The importance of Barbie's high heels and standing in that very awkward position. Next up, it's Rukan figure. Our good old friend, the figure shown from behind, looking out across an expanse, the classic heroic disposition. There is Barbie, standing on top of her dream house, looking out across Barbieland and waving. She is a benevolent ruler. She smiles. She's stunning. She's wonderful.
Hey, Barbie.
And now she descends gently from the rooftop. Her skirts billowing. She'll push them down like Marilyn Monroe. It is, of course, the flawless Margot Robbie, born to play this role.
Can I come to your house tonight?
Sure. I don't have anything big planned, just a giant blowout party with all the Barbies and planned choreography and a bespoke song. You should stop by.
So cool.
And there he is, Mr. Gosling. Absolutely stunning himself, also born to play this role of Ken. He is a surgeon, I believe, in this particular part of the film, wearing his pink scrubs. And he's utterly clueless, and he's going to go on adventures with Barbie. First up, a disco dance. Cool. Great overhead shot there. Lovely choreography. Great outfits. The best day ever.
And so is tomorrow and every day from now until forever.
Wow. So, we've established that Barbie lives in Barbieland, and she lives there with many other Barbies and with many other Kens, and I believe there's a bloke called Alan. This is an idyllic, Edenic paradise. A perfect world where nothing ever goes wrong and everybody's having the best of times. You could say everything is awesome. Anyway, let's continue and find out what goes on.
Do you guys ever think about dying?
Record scratch. Death has entered the idyllic, Edenic paradise. This wonderful Barbie land has now been stained like a blood spot on a piece of snow. Here comes the consciousness of death. And we wouldn't expect anything less from Greta Gerwig, of whom more later on. So Barbie's now got an existential crisis.
When my heart breaks.
Now, look at this shot. Remind you of anything in particular? Well, you could think of WandaVision that had a similarly constructed perfect world. The Truman Show, anyone? Yeah. So the idea of an artificial world that has been created within which characters can live. Also, you could have the Lego movie, as we mentioned earlier on, with Everything is Awesome, because Cloud Cuckoo Land, ruled over by Princess Unikitty, is similarly dealt with. And you get the same sort of vibe from the Barbie movie as you will get from the Lego movie. Incredibly postmodern. The question is, what is real?
Some things have been happening that might be related.
When my world shakes.
Cold shower,
Starts to
falling
go
off my
wrong.
roof, and my heels are on the ground.
Are those feet beautiful? Well, this film is made, as we're told here, by Greta Gerwig. Now, if that is a real name, well done, Greta's parents. It's a brilliant name. She makes the lady films. don't know if you're familiar with the lady films. She made Lady Bird, she made Little Women, and now she's made this one called Barbie. So she's very good at making the lady films, and she wrote this one with her husband, Noah Baumbach, who doesn't really make the lady films, but he does make films in which characters are all talking at the same time because he's mad like that. Mumblecore, I believe it's called. Anyway, what does Greta Make the Lady film Gerwig do with this film? Well, already we've seen she's very good at showing us the artifice, the artificial, asking the question again, what is real?
You have to go to the real world. You can go back to your regular life.
Okay, great homage here. The call to adventure, we could call this, couldn't we? So the wizard, priestess, lady, guru who lives on the mountain, Barbie has approached her and she's now offered the choice.
Or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours.
The first one.
She refuses the call to adventure. Classic, but not for long.
You have to want to know, okay? Do it again.
Closer I am found.
So here she goes, leaving Barbieland behind her. She goes along the desert path, and she will quest, going from the known world into the unknown. And in that real world, she is going to be accompanied by...
Closer I am to find.
I'm coming with you.
Okay.
And here we go. We're going to see them cross over this threshold. They're going to go on the great journey, the great quest. And notice how they're going to be going from left to right, showing progress. Great shots. Beautiful.
Wow, this is the real world.
This is the real world. That's what she says. This is the real world. But where is she? Where in the real world has she gone? Well, she's actually gone to Venice Beach, California. Not too far away from Hollywood. Tinseltown. That's right. The land of the artificial. Let's continue.
What's going on? Why are these men looking at me?
Yeah, they're also staring at me.
So after she'd caused the record scratch when she said, does anyone think about dying? Okay, she's confronted with the idea of dying. Now she's entered into the real world. She's come to the idea of violence and assault. And this is what happens here. So now we have angry Barbie. Okay, she's experiencing emotions that she has not otherwise been aware of before. And this is her great adventure. Hits him in the face. Now, worth noticing that after they get arrested here, you can see it's Venice Beach written on that little card there. And Ken's obliviousness to the real world. He is going to be Teflon. This stuff is not affecting him in the way it's affecting Barbie at all. He is remaining on a lower level of consciousness throughout and is going to provide a lot of the comic relief as Barbie is running around with those Scooby snacks. If you love Barbie, this movie's for you. So that's the Barbies.
Barbie in the real world. That's impossible.
Oh, who's this? This character looks like she's going to be interesting. She's noticing what's going on and reacting as though she wants to help.
If this got out, this could mean extremely weird things for our world. This would be catastrophic!
And Will Ferrell, would it be possible to have a story of a fictional character leaving their fictional world and entering into the real one without Will Ferrell? I speak, of course, of Elf and the aforementioned Lego movie. Will Ferrell, if anyone was born to bridge the divide between the fictional and the factual, it would be Mr. William Ferrell. He's the CEO of Mattel, and of course he's desperate to get Barbie back into the box because this could mean incredibly strange things for our world. We don't get told what those are.
We haven't played with Barbie since we were like 5 years old. Oh.
She is being crushed right now. She's had to deal with mortality. She's having to deal with abuse and violence, and now she's just having to deal with people not wanting to be her friend. Poor, flawless Margot Robbie.
No one rests until this doll
is back in a box.
Even if nobody else sings along.
Humans only have one ending.
Get that Barbie!
Ideas live forever.
Humans only have one ending. Ideas live forever. So that's spoken by a lady who I'm told is supposed to be representing a woman called Ruth, who originally came up with the idea of the Barbie doll. And she is speaking to Barbie. Let's just go a little back here so we can see this shot. She's speaking to Barbie.
Humans.
A park bench. Okay, this is a classic spot for filmmakers to have profound discoveries. Think of Forrest Gump, as he told people that life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. So this lady tells her that human beings only have one ending. Okay, so the message of the film there is, man is destined to die once, but not after that to face judgment. So what are you going to do? Are you going to be like Mama Cass and make your own kind of music? How are you going to cope with the reality of mortality? And what is really real? Barbie, the flawless Margot Robbie, is now
forever.
crying in this shot. She's got a single tear dropping down her face. She's come to some discovery. She's growing as a person. The question remains, what will be the happy ending? I'm pretty sure there's going to be one. It would be a very strange move if Warner Brothers and Mattel and Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach made a film with a genuinely sad ending. My fear is, though, that because of the postmodernism of this, it will be a sad ending, even though it's actually presented as a positive one. Let's see what happens.
No, I won't let you do just one appendectomy.
But I'm a man.
But not a doctor.
Can I talk to a doctor?
You are talking to a doctor.
And I need a clicky pen?
No.
A sharp thing?
No.
There he is. Doctor!
Somebody get security.
Please remember that media is optional. You are under no obligation to watch the Barbie movie. I'm Reformed Mythologist Nate Morgan Locke. I'm glad you were here.